A lesson worth more than any textbook? Well, 39 states are now making a change, mandating courses on personal finance over generic economics. The courses include teaching students about 401ks, paying their credit cards, and mapping out their loan payments. I mean, this feels like a no-brainer to me. Research from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York backs it up, showing students who learn personal finance actually make better decisions, paying down debt, refinancing, and building real stability. This is one I got to come to you first on, Kevin, because the most successful business person at the table right now. How did you learn finance? Where was it? Was it in school or in the industry when you actually started working?
Well, I used to work in education, providing all the software to 110,000 school buildings in America. We did nothing except advance math and reading scores for testing to get into college eventually through the high school system. So we never did any finance. I learned all my financial knowledge from my mother. Mm-hmm. So, you know, she kind of gave it to me when I was maybe 15 onwards.
Yeah.
Families generally did that, but we are loath to give, because it was really credit card debt that kills kids when they get their credit card at 18. Mm-hmm. And Florida was the first state to bring that in to lower school. And then New York, then Texas, then California. And still today, we don't have the teachers to teach it.
Yes.
Because, and I get so much abuse when I say this, we don't need a union for teachers. Mm-hmm. We need merit-based hiring. Mm-hmm. And there's so many great teachers that aren't paid what they're worth, and so many really, really bad ones that are still hanging in, that have those jobs, that are crushing the poor students they're teaching.
Yeah.
I can't say enough bad stuff about it. Okay, bring on the abuse. Let's get all those.
I'm not going to abuse you. I'm the son of a school teacher, and I would agree with you wholeheartedly. My mom, you know, slaved away for 32 years working in a profession where she wasn't rewarded for the efforts that she put in. And
most valuable job we have in society. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They should. A good teacher should make $1 million, mm-hmm. and I would want to pay them more, merit-based. And, a bad teacher should be gone.
What do you think of this former teacher, professor, and this gap, right? There's no pre-qualifications to teach personal finance. Does that impact outcomes potentially?
Well, I mean, people who would be good at teaching personal finance don't want to go through the grinder of becoming a public school teacher because it's a waste of time. They just want to teach a class, right? Let them come in and do it. I think that's why you don't get the best people teaching these classes. I mean, ultimately, I think you should have people taking both economics classes and personal finance classes. The problem is, in public schools, economics classes are increasingly taught with this really heavy Keynesian equity bent to it. And so you'd say, oh, good, students learn economics. No, they're not. They're learning like a Marxist ideology masquerading as economics, and it actually destroys their ability to make good financial decisions. So I see personal finance as a way around that. Forget about the theory. Let's talk about the practicality of where you put your money.
Well, that's an interesting point. Is there a difference between practice and theory, right? Mm-hmm. That's that great Yogi Berra quote. It's, you know, there should be no difference between theory and practice, but in practice there is. Can you really teach this in school, or do you really need real life training, Jackie?
Oh, no, I think you absolutely can teach the basics. The number one answer I get when I ask people where they learn their business skill set from is from their parents. So at home is the best place, but if you can't get it at home, I would love to see, and not a public school educator doing it too, because they might not necessarily have the skill set to do it. We should do this. We should put together a group of independent financial people that work in finance. I would donate time. I'm sure anybody here would donate time, and go guest lecture and teach kids about some of these things, because the basics of managing debt payments, of not getting yourself in credit card debt, of knowing to invest in your 401k early on and how to do it to take advantage of compounded interest. These are life-changing exercises that require little or no risk, that can put you miles ahead of your competition. And so for some reason we ignore this. You're not getting that in an economics class. It could be like a one semester thing or one term thing as an elective that kids can go if they, if they want to learn a little bit more about how to manage themselves.
Yeah, I love that idea. We keep coming around parenting, right? As a mother of two young ones, how do you think about teaching and passing on financial lessons?
Love it. It all starts at home. My dad was the one who taught me how to balance a checkbook. He sat me down and I was young. He took me to the bank. We opened up a checkbook in my account. He had to co-sign because I think I was under 18. I think I had to be under 18 at the time. I was young. And he taught me how to balance it. And so the best way I learned was at home. My worry is there are generations of kids who weren't taught that, and then they now can't teach their kids. But the best news is I don't think you need teachers who know how to do it, because you just can use AI. I asked Claude and Grok and ChatGPT, like, can I teach myself personal finance? And they said, yes, here are some free online courses. Here are some reputable books that you can read. Here's some additional high quality resources about better money habits. Here's one from Bank of America, or a community resource, for example, that they lay out. I think AI has made it so easy for people to go, even on YouTube. You could just ask simple questions. I tell this story. There's a guy who works in my building who comes out and he asked me, like, oh, Taylor, I heard about this stock. What do you think? What do I do with my 401k? So many people are interested. I think it's easier now than ever.